this is gonna be a disaster. I already moisturized with these two products. Every time I film Get Ready With Me's, I never know what to talk about. So I asked you guys over on my community tab to send me some questions or topics to talk about. We'll just kind of go with the flow. I haven't filmed like a sit down video doing my makeup in a long time. I think my last one was like my birthday, which was back in April. So it's been a while. Pretty much nothing has changed for my makeup and how I do it or what I use. I'm still just as bad at makeup, but I thought, why not multitask and talk to you guys, film a video, get ready for the day. So today is the 26th of December, obviously the day after Christmas. Clearly this year was different for so many people. It was a really low-key Christmas this year. I'm not doing like a what I got for Christmas or anything, just due to like the nature of what everyone's going through this year and what people have gone through. And I just didn't feel like that fit with my channel this year. I don't know. I know a lot of people like those videos, but I just didn't feel like filming one this year. So I did get a lot of like homemade stuff this year, which was really cool. I'm gonna go grab this thing because I like threw it. I was gonna wear this scrunchie, but I looked like George Washington when I put it in my hair with wet hair. So Cole's sister actually dyed the scrunchie herself. So this is dyed with avocado, which is so cool. So it's like this really pretty silvery grayish color. I had never heard of dyeing fabric with avocado, so that was really cool. And then we got a gift of Cole's grandpa's homemade wine, so that was really nice. And we got like Christmas cookies and just stuff like that. So it was a really good Christmas, obviously a really different one. I know it was probably a really tough year for a lot of you, so you're in my thoughts, and I'm hoping for and kind of thinking positively for a better year in 2021. And of course I'm extremely thankful for what 2020 brought me and provided me with, because I had a really good year in comparison to other people's years. I'm very, very grateful for each and every one of you and sticking through this last little bit of silence that I've been in. I don't know, it's just been a really weird transition with being in full-time work and everything. So thank you for bearing with me. I talk about that in a lot of my videos, but this morning I was trying to edit a vlog that I did last weekend. I just hated the way that it turned out, so I deleted all of it. I've just been trying to branch out with my thoughts of content and stuff, and of course that takes a while to come up with things and execute those ideas. But yeah, with 2021 hopefully things will turn around for everyone. Being said, I did want to talk about one platform of my content that I have been neglecting for a very long time, and that would be my podcast. I did have a podcast for a short while, and I mean I still do, of course, like my episodes are still up, but I just haven't been actively posting on there. Once I started my new job, I kind of fell off the tracks with recording those episodes. I just kind of became very uncreative, and I couldn't figure out what to talk about, and I felt like anything I would talk about wasn't necessarily like valid or helpful for people. I just kind of quit recording episodes with the intention of starting back up again. That is one of my goals for 2021, is to start the podcast back up. So I'm actually going to be announcing soon transition of my podcast and kind of like what 2021 will bring, I guess. So if you guys aren't following my podcast Instagram, that is linked down below. If you guys are new, it's called Unsocial Butterfly, just due to the fact that I am a very unsocial person, if you will. I'm very shy and introverted, and I've been that way for my whole life, which just kind of brings on my next topic that I kind of wanted to briefly touch on. If you guys know me like in acquaintance wise in real life, you would know I'm pretty shy and pretty quiet, but once I get to know people, I don't shut up, and I'm annoying. I'm kind of a pessimist when it comes to trusting people. Maybe some of you can relate to that, but I am just very pessimistic when it comes to people. I always think that people don't have good intentions, and I just automatically assume people don't have good intentions. And I've been working on that over the past year, and I actually sought out some help from my provider, and I'm working on it. I have struggled with anxious feelings my entire life. So back in November, I got some medicine to help with that, and I've been in a transition with that. I don't want to go into like too much detail just because like that's not very relevant to this video. I did get help for some anxiety related issues, and I've been feeling better. And I do think that's something that people kind of feel reserved and kind of hold back from mentioning, especially on social media. Like that isn't necessarily something that everyone needs to know about a person, but I think it's a lot more common than people expect. I think it's something that the Gen Z and millennial generations have done a pretty good job with, is kind of normalizing the stigma behind mental health and seeking out help for those issues. Not to like throw anyone under the bus or anything, but like my parents' generation, for example, I've noticed a lot of them don't seek help for those mental health related issues, especially when it comes to like being in the corporate world and everything. From what I have experienced and what I've seen, they tend to brush things under the rug and don't talk about their feelings. And I think people in my generation and the Gen Z generation, being born in 1996, I'm like a cusper where I'm kind of a Gen Z but kind of a millennial, so I don't really know what my technical generation would be termed. It depends on the list that you look at, the timeline that you look at, but yeah, I think our generations have done a really good job with starting to normalize talking about that and discussing that. So maybe in the future I would like to open up the conversation of that, but I guess here's the starting point of kind of briefly touching on mental health and caring for your mental health, I suppose. Cheers to that. Those are all the things I think I wanted to kind of touch on briefly before I kind of opened up the conversation to what you guys asked. So I'm gonna go over to my community tab on YouTube quick. I asked about an hour ago for you guys to ask some questions on here and just like topics and whatnot for me to discuss. So this question is, what are some of your goals for 2021? Career, personal, educational, etc. My goals, I already mentioned one of them and now I'm already forgetting what it was. To start being more trusting of people and like opening up to people. A lot of my life I have struggled with not having friends, and of course, like I mentioned, that was due to the fact that I'm just like not trusting of people. I'm quick to think that people are judging me when they likely are not judging me, and I've struggled with that. But again, like I mentioned, I'm trying to turn over a new leaf and try to see the good in people. I think it's really easy to automatically assume that people don't have good intentions, but that is just something I need to work on as a whole. I think it's easy to bring like things that happened in the past into your future and kind of alter how you perceive things, if that makes any sense. I don't know if I'm making sense, but in the past I have been kind of blindsided by people, and that has led me to be kind of a less trusting person. So that is a goal, is to start opening up to people and getting more friendly with people, because I'm a very shy person and I'm one of those people who tends to not start conversations with random strangers like some people are so good at doing. So I would like to make more friends in 2021, especially around my area. Like all of my friends are from the internet. I really would like to start meeting people around here because of course having friends is nice. You gotta break out of your shell sometimes. And then as for like work and education and stuff, I've talked about this in past videos, but I'm really wanting to pursue CT or MRI this year. So that would mean I would be transitioning out of the position that I currently am working in, and I don't foresee myself doing that within like the next month or two. Probably by summer of 2021, I would like to start doing that, hopefully. I'm realizing I need a new eyelash curler. So I haven't really like put too much thought into my goals for 2021, but those are kind of some thoughts that I've had in the back of my mind of things that I would like to pursue and start to kind of change for habit-wise. I'm gonna stop recording really quickly and do my eyebrows. I use the Ulta Slim Brow Pencil in the color Blonde or Taupe, depends, just whatever they have available, and my mascara. Be back shortly. Okay, we're back. Someone asked, how's radiology during COVID? Anything important we should know? I work at a clinic, so I'm so thankful to not have to deal with COVID like the hospitals do. I seriously think about the nurses, respiratory therapists, rad techs, ultrasound, CT, MRI, the cleaning staff, the cafeteria workers, the reception desk workers, truly everyone that works in a healthcare setting right now during COVID. I truly am thinking about you all the time, and all I can say is I'm extremely thankful. It's definitely an interesting time to work in healthcare. How are you liking your job / how does it differ from what you learned as a student? I love my job. I don't take a lot of x-rays, but I do keep myself involved with other things during the day. I keep busy doing COA data entry and phlebotomy stuff, lab stuff. I help out the nurses in a variety of different ways, so I like it a lot. It differs from school for the fact that the x-ray load is a lot different. I went from having 20 to 40 x-rays a day to having 0 to 4 per week. So it's definitely a different load than I'm used to. So are you going to be able to get the vaccine anytime soon? Our director did inquire about getting our direct patient care staff to get the vaccine. However, we haven't heard any follow-up with that. So I think if anything, it would be mid-January to the end of January. Best laptop for school. I think I have a 2015 MacBook Pro and I really like it. I think a MacBook is definitely the way to go. In 2014, I got an Asus when I first started college and it died on me within the first year of having it. So I wouldn't really recommend going on the cheaper route, especially if you're at like a big university and you have to use your computer for literally everything. I think it's better to just spend an additional amount of money to have the quality. Has 2020 been good for you personally? And I think 2020 has been good to me. I've just been so fortunate to be able to hold a job this entire time and not have to worry financially, so I am beyond thankful for that. While it does have some downsides to work in healthcare during a pandemic, of course I am just beyond words thankful to have had a job for this entire time. I'm extremely lucky, and 2020 has been good for me just for the fact that none of my loved ones or anyone I know personally has been super affected by COVID, so I'm very thankful for that. Next question, do you ever think you will do YouTube full-time? Probably not. Right now it's just kind of like a hobby. I just enjoy doing it. I don't see myself doing it full-time. I think I'm one of those people who likes to do multiple things at one time. You never know, maybe. Those are all the questions as of right now. So I'm gonna go dry my hair. I purchased one of these Revlon blow dryer things and it makes my hair look kind of like I had a blowout or something. I'm gonna go use that, but I need to go into the bathroom to do that because I have no plugins around me. But I'm gonna put the Hot Toddy Dry Bar Heat Protectant in my hair.